Psalm 32 by David, a well-written song. How blessed is the one whose rebellious acts are forgiven, whose sin is pardoned. How blessed is the one whose wrongdoing the Lord does not punish, in whose spirit there is no deceit. When I refused to confess my sin, my whole body wasted away, while I groaned in pain all day long. For day and night you torment me. You tried to destroy me in the intense heat of summer. Selah. Then I confessed my sin. I no longer covered up my wrongdoing. I said, I will confess my rebellious acts to the Lord. And then you forgave my sin. Selah. For this reason, every one of your faithful followers should pray to you while there is a window of opportunity. Certainly, when the surging water rises, it will not reach them. You are my hiding place. You protect me from distress. You surround me with shouts of joy and from celebrating deliverance. Selah. I will instruct and teach you about how you should live. I will advise you as I look you in the eye. Do not be like an unintelligent horse or mule, which will not obey you unless you are controlled by a bridle and a bit. An evil person suffers much pain, but the Lord's faithfulness overwhelms the one who trusts in him. Rejoice in the Lord and be happy, you who are godly. Shout for joy, all you who are morally upright. Just seeing what the pure of heart. Sorry, pure of heart has such a better meaning than morally upright. You are pure in heart. Your motives are pure. You are acting from a place of. All right. So anyway, a song of David, a well-written song. What is the Hebrew here? The Hebrew meaning of maskel is uncertain. The word is derived from the meaning to be prudent, to be wise, variant options, a contemplative song, a song imparting moral wisdom, or a skillful, well-written song. Well, I would just leave it as a maskel, which I thought I'd seen often. So here I wonder why they went in the other direction and said a well-written song. Nevertheless, how blessed is the one whose rebellious acts are forgiven, whose sin is pardoned. Well, the only way your rebellious acts are forgiven and your sin is pardoned is if you confess them. That's it. That's it. How blessed is the one whose wrongdoing the Lord does not punish, in whose spirit there is no deceit. So we're getting the blessing of those who formerly were adversaries of God. Your sin is pardoned. Your rebellious acts are forgiven. Your wrongdoing is not punished. And in your spirit, there is no deceit. You aren't trying to cover anything up. You don't have to cover anything up. Why? Because when I refused to confess my sin, my whole body wasted away. While I groaned away in pain, for day and night I was tormented. You tried to destroy me in my intense heat of summer. So you brought things against me because of my sin to get me to confess my sin so that I would face the fact that I was practicing numb scullery and whatever violence and vitriol and shenanigans I participated in. When I confessed my sin, I no longer covered up my wrongdoing. I said, I will confess my rebellious acts to God, and then you forgave my sin. So we have just like this refrain, boom, I confessed, I was forgiven, it was great. Before then, it was awful. I was living in it, it was horrible, I couldn't escape it, I couldn't get out of it, and now I am forgiven. For this reason, every one of your faithful followers should pray to you while the window of opportunity. So while you can still confess, while you're still alive, confess your sins. Certainly when the surging waters rise, when trouble is coming, you're going to be delivered. So why let them come against you? Confess, and you will be surrounded with joy of celebration, of deliverance, because God is going to deliver you. I will instruct you and teach you how you should live. So because I have learned the hard way, will be able to help you so you can get out of it. Do not be unintelligent like a horse or mule who doesn't obey unless they're controlled by a bridle or a bit. An evil person suffers much pain, but the Lord's faithfulness overwhelms those who trust in him. Trust in God. Go this direction, not that direction. End up with shouts of joy. End up with being happy. for those who are godly, for those who are following God, for those who have their hearts purified, who are restored to God because God restores those who turn to him. Boom! Isn't that beautiful?